Loss, 37 years old, such a remarkable career, but how much is left? Golovkin gets fired up. Steve Rolls, meantime, has not fought anyone in the top 10. So Sergio, how does he react to the world-class former champion that he's in there tonight in round one?
Well, he talked the talk, now it's time to walk because he has a monster in front of him in Golovkin.
Round one here at Madison Square Garden. It's the main event and the return to the Garden for Gennady Golovkin. Golovkin claims the center of the ring. He has, of course, an outstanding jab. He is a master of space and distance and has tremendous power with both hands.
Rolls is confident. He told us he's a well-rounded gym rat. He's undefeated, but I'm curious to see how he's going to react once he gets clipped in the chin by Gennady Golovkin.
Golovkin with the lead hook. He will try unconventional things. He sees things in the ring, Sergio, that others do not.
Very patient, poised puncher. He doesn't waste punches. If he's not in position, he will not throw a punch.
Rolls started boxing at 17, turned pro at the age of 26, so he is 19-0. He's already 35 years old, and this is the night of his life. He gets the big shot, maybe not at the title, but at the former champ and one of the elite fighters in the world.
He's already presenting something of a stationary target for Golovkin, too. I kind of expected Rolls to move a little bit more in the early rounds. He's there for Golovkin to kind of tee off.
Rolls flashing out a jab, able to move forward behind it. Measuring Golovkin, at least keeping him at bay. Defensively sound, tries the jab to the body and lands. The chant is up. Again, not quite the packed house that we had last week, but a lot of excitement at the return of Gennady Golovkin here as he starts his new contract with DAZN. Big free agent signing. Triple G agreeing to a 3-year, 6-fight deal with DAZN in June. That, of course, after Canelo Alvarez signed to DAZN. With his record-breaking deal, and everything points toward a third fight. Not a done deal. We will talk about that, including in the post-fight show. But certainly everything is moving toward that if everything goes Golovkin's way tonight.
Let's not forget either about Demetrius Andrade lurking out there with the other piece of the middleweight title. He wants Golovkin as much as he wants anyone.
Watch your head.
I could already see right now, just like in our last fight with Marcus McDaniel, Steve Rolls is dipping his head to the right side, which is exposing the left side of his head.
Well, he was laying on the right badly there too, Sergio. I saw that, and that is a bad place to be. Golovkin goes to the body, digging in a left hook.
Expect Golovkin to land a chopping right hand, just as Rolls tries to defend and get to the right side.
Moves in with the right hand and then the hook.
Go forward.
Golovkin saw an opportunity, tried to take advantage, but missed. Rolls savvy enough to move his head. And that's round one.
Don't get excited. All right? Go, go, go.
This dude respects your
About
power.
Ruiz,
Now all I need
Joshua,
to do-
that premieres tonight on DAZN, and you will look at that whole fight in a whole different way, now knowing how the outcome turned out. Jonathan Banks, the new trainer for Gennady Golovkin. What did you think of that first round, Sergio?
Well, we expected a patient Golovkin. He told us he wants to implement all the strategies he's learning from that man right there, Jonathan Banks. But I expect him to pick it up here because he has a fighter in Rolls just back.
Our right hand to the body and springs to the side nicely. Good work by Rolls.
Good shot to the body right there. Two straight right hands to the body.
Of course, just as I say that, he goes to the body.
There's another one by Golovkin.
Jab by Rolls as well, answering that as Golovkin lands the hook to the body of Rolls. Rolls in the white trunks, of course. Golovkin in the red with the triple G.
Watch your heads.
And I agree with Rolls. If you're going to fight a monster like Golovkin, you got to go to the body.
I tell you, Golovkin now is going with both hands to the side, landing body shots. And he has a variance in speed and velocity and impact, Sergio. He doesn't throw one type of shot, he has a variance. So he might tap to the body early and then dig in when he sees fit. Rolls moving forward.
Good shot by Steve Rolls right there, landing a good right hand on Golovkin.
And a hook as well. Steve Rolls moving forward with a little more confidence now here in round 2.
You're getting flat. You're getting flat, over. You're getting flat. Stop getting flat.
Golovkin flicking out a jab and then a hook, 2 hooks.
There you go. Put him together. Let's go. Put him together.
And steps back and away. You know, Golovkin is so subtle in his moves. Able to move out of danger. Now right hands and a hook combination from Golovkin on the way in. Rolls doesn't look hurt yet. Answers back now with his own combination. Fires out and lands a left hand. Good jab by Rolls after the right. Good scoring shot by the Canadian. And a right hand as well. You have to like what you see from Rolls here, Sergio.
Oh yeah, he rolled with the right hand right now. Came up short with an uppercut, but it was the attempt, and he came back at Golovkin. He's taking and giving, so you got to give credit to Steve Rolls right here. He's standing his ground.
This is with the right hand there. He takes a big gulp of air. Final 30 seconds of round 2. Golovkin, of course, I've never seen him hurt. If he's been hurt, it's never been evident. Right hand to the body by Golovkin. Rolls moves forward again, gaining a little bit of confidence.
Good.
Another hook to the body by Triple G. Answered by Rolls.
Good body shot by Rolls.
Fires off a right hand at the end of round 2.
Good round, kid.
Listen, very
Say?
good.
What you saying?
Now listen.
Let me walk him back.
Yeah, exactly. Listen,
Yeah. Where's that water?
listen. You see the third jab?
Where's that water?
Sneak that in when you're pushing him back, okay?
Get the water, Tommy.
On the floor. I don't have the water.
Get the water. I got it here. Blood. Fantastic. 1-2-1 off that rhythm. You see when you're staying there, don't just stay there. Use that back foot to make you miss a little bit. All right?
And here is something we don't see that often, is that man right there, Golovkin, getting hit. Grazing right hand, it was that left hook that really shook up Golovkin, but it was this punch right here that snapped his head back. It was the right hand, but the left jab that snapped Golovkin's head back. He didn't expect that punch to come from that angle.
And that's what they meant by the 1-2-1. Jab, right hand, and answering with the jab. It's a tough combination, Sergio, and rarely do you see it landed with that much power.
Yeah, because you don't expect that last jab. You expect the 1-2, but not the 1 in return.
And I wasn't sure I was going to ask this during the main event. Chris Mannix, how have you scored it so far?
I have it even now, 1 round apiece. Good second round for Steve Rolls. Looked very confident, starting to walk Golovkin down just a little bit. Something to remember here, too. Gennady Golovkin, Jonathan Banks isn't trying to reinvent the wheel here, but your first fight with a new trainer can often be problematic. History has shown that with fighters. Sometimes things get lost in translation. That's something to keep an eye on.
Watch your head, Steve.
I wondered, as we saw the punch stats there, Rolls shots,
Hands are free.
but does have a puzzle in front of him in Rolls. A guy who is boxing very conventionally, but again, responsibly. Defense is sound, boxing very well. Golovkin is able to touch him with that hook. Not landing anything that hard. He's able to keep his range and touch it. Rolls keeping that jab out. His corner is yelling to him, you need that jab. And when he throws that jab out there, it at least stalls the offense. There's a right hand by Rolls. Stalls the offense by Golovkin. That was a nice counter right.
That was a really good counter right by Rolls.
Steve Rolls, one of the most ineffective jabbers in and around his weight class. Only throws about 17 jabs per round, well below the middleweight number.
So that's a strafing hook by Rolls as well. We're going to have to really start paying attention to these rounds and how they're scored. You wonder if Rolls is able to win these rounds. That was a good body shot, and again, a right hand by Golovkin. Golovkin is also landing, there's no question. But we expected dominance. We expected a showcase. We still might have it, but Steve Rolls of Toronto coming in has never fought anybody at this level, is making a good account of himself.
It's a small thing too, Brian, but Golovkin fighting this fight at the 164-pound catch weight. It's a weight that Steve Rolls, frankly, is more comfortable at as a super middleweight.
Why would Golovkin want that first?
Makes camp a little bit easier not to make that weight limit.
Only surprising in that he is a little undersized for a middleweight, but he wanted those 4 extra pounds. Let's go to Claudia Trehouse. Claudia?
Thank you, BK. Well, Chris Mannix mentioned something about getting lost in translation, you know, Jonathan Banks being new in the whole Triple G corner, but a lot of things have gotten lost. As a matter of fact, backstory on that beautiful ornate robe, the original robe was lost the day of the weigh-in. So in less than 24 hours, a brand spanking new robe was not only designed but made right here in New York by a designer from England. There's the one that takes care of Anthony Joshua and our own Jesse Vargas. So things do get lost in translation. Back to you.
That's got to be upsetting. But you're in Manhattan, you can recover.
Robe store?
They didn't get nothing.
And here we see Rolls land another right hand. It's a counter right hand. He dipped his head to the left side, landed cleanly on Golovkin there. Golovkin getting hit a lot more than we're accustomed to seeing this early in the fight.
Gennady Golovkin razor close twice with Canelo Alvarez. No wins to show for it. And I asked the question, could he be disillusioned? Could he bring the same fire into the ring? And you know Canelo Alvarez is watching this fight. And you have to wonder what's on his mind as he sees this. Does he see a diminished possible future opponent? Rolls busy with the jab here as we start round 4. Chris, how do you have it scored?
2 rounds to 1 for Golovkin. Rolls did some nice things in that 3rd round, but I thought Golovkin answered with the cleaner shots.
Rolls again just landed with a hook, just touched him to the face, but able to land now and have success. I mentioned after round 1 he'd be able to breathe and say, okay, just another man out there, but his corner, you can feel it. Confidence is starting to build a bit. Able to have a little bit of success. They are still calling out for him to use the jab. Golovkin now firing out his left jab. And a right hand. Golovkin will beat you down. You can't just stand there.
Rolls doing a good job of keeping his hands up. Golovkin needs to dig down to the body, dig down to the forearms and elbows of Rolls.
Golovkin built his reputation knockout by knockout. 23 in a row between 2008 and 2017.
Look it out. There you go. You want to fight? Sit there and fight with me. You want to fight? Keep going. Let's go.
Rolls his corner. Triple G sends a message to Canelo in sudden fashion.
Last week, Andy Ruiz landed a left hand to the temple of Anthony Joshua to change the course of the fight. There was a left hand to the temple of Steve Rolls that changed this fight.
Rolls was having success, but that fast, Golovkin changes the entire equation and ends the night. That's impressive.
That was impressive. The left hook wasn't landing from a certain trajectory, so he went from up to down, just like he caught Rubio with.